Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon for now. I am recording this video. I'm recording this lecture video because it will serve me a lot of purpose since I cannot hold this class live for tomorrow. Okay, I am recording this today, Thursday, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, greetings to all of you. How are you? It has been 2 weeks before I guess 3 weeks before, uh, 3 weeks na hindi tayo nagkita ng live, no? But I don't have a choice since I am also committed to another school. So I really have to um, do this so that you will not miss anything from my class also. It's my obligation to prepare this video so that you won't miss anything. Wala man ako live with you, but this material will still help you understand the lessons, the intended lessons for this week. Okay, so bear with me. I will be explaining to you the topic, and then you can just pause the video if you like. If there are some things that you want to be clarified of for this lecture, you have the whole time to review this video. Okay, so let's start. We will this afternoon or today we will be discussing about strength exercises. No, last meeting we talked about endurance exercises, which are exercises that are good for your heart, your lungs, and of course your blood vessels, because what surrounds your blood vessels are also muscles, the smooth muscles. So this time we will be talking about strength exercises because in the component of your exercise, it has to have a complete recipe, no, for you to enjoy the benefit of exercise. It has to have the three major components: endurance exercises, strength exercises, and of course flexibility exercises. So these three components should be in your workout regime so that you have a balance, a somehow a balance type of workout activity. So these are strength exercises. Now, when we say strength exercises, it will always go down to talking about the muscles now, because it is the muscle that is producing the motion. That we see the effects of muscles contraction, and we see it as a motion. Okay, muscles are soft tissue found in most animals. Now, most animals, because we are humans, are animals, no, highest form of animal. It contains protein filaments of actin and myosin. Later, you will see what are these two that slides past one another, producing contraction that changes the length and the shape of the muscle cell. Now, the muscle function is to produce force and motion. Ito yung force, magtapon kayo ng bola, ito yung gaano kalakas ba talaga ang iyong muscles producing force. Okay, so this is an animation of your muscles. Your muscles is not just a one sheet covered underneath your skin, but it is layered, no, naka-layered din siya. Okay, this is the trapezius. Okay, this is the latissimus dorsi there. Okay, and these are the muscles that are attached to your ribs. Okay, this is your deltoid, your triceps. Okay, so these are layered muscles. In the smallest particle of the muscles is called the muscle fiber. Yan. Okay, at ito sila si protein. Ito yung sinasabi na protein, si myosin, at saka si actin. From that, it is animated to like this. It is bundled. Nakabundle yan sila. Ang isang bundle ng isang muscle fiber, and in each muscle fiber lies the motor neuron. Okay, the motor neuron that is connected to the brain. This is the one that receives the signal from the brain, okay, from your brain, okay, for it to contract. So every time your muscles are contracting, the brain is also doing its part. So every time you move, your brain is coordinating everything. Okay? So that is why uh, you when you're moving, movement is also a brain movement. So even when you're talking, no, it's brain works also. Okay, so that's just the anatomy of the muscle, so that you will understand how it is inside your muscles. Probably some of you have seen this in your books, in the videos, but this is just to augment the discussions or your understanding about strength exercises, because this is where itong mga muscle fiber na ito ang dadami or tataba to form a lean muscle. So let's watch this video for you to understand more about muscle functions.
And skeletal system. Movement messages travel through the nervous system to the skeletal muscles that attach to bones throughout the body. The striated appearance of skeletal muscles is created by the arrangement of actin and myosin, or myofilaments, inside the cells that form muscle tissue. Motor neurons of the nervous system connect with these skeletal muscles. Movement occurs through a series of steps. Impulses from the nervous system reach the neuromuscular junction. The neuron releases a neurotransmitter called acetylcholine. It binds to receptors on the muscle and begins a chemical reaction within its fibers. The muscle filaments slide across each other and the muscle shortens, or contracts. This action produces movement.
Okay, so you have probably seen that in one of your lessons, no? That's how your muscles are working. In our prelim, I ask you what happens, or what that you were asked to explain the interactions between the skeletal system, the nervous system, and the muscular system. So that is related to that. So that's what happened inside your muscles. Now, when we say, I've mentioned here contraction, no? I've mentioned here contraction. So when we say contraction, there are three types of it. One is a concentric contraction. When your muscles are contracting, and it shortens, like curl, um, biceps curl, and when it shortens, this is called concentric um, contraction. When your muscles are contracting, but there's no change in length, just like in planking. Now, when you plank, there's no changes. There's no change in the muscles. No, it remains the same length. That is called isometric contraction. And when we say um, eccentric contraction, your muscles are um, lengthening. No, there's the lengthening of the muscles is there when we say um, eccentric contraction. So those are the types of contraction. Now you think about what are those contractions? What movements that are contracting in this way, like in the arms? What are the movements that make the muscles contract? The legs, no, the abdominal muscles, and the chest. So, mag-isip lang kayo. So for example, this one bicep curl, or when you push up, when you go down and up, your muscles are contracting and it shortens. That's concentric um, contraction. This one, when you're doing the planking or the high plank, or just standing, no, just standing alone is an exercise that's isometric contraction. And when you are doing some stretches, that's actually eccentric contraction. Okay, so let's proceed. The strength exercises benefits you. So these are the things enumerated on how you can be benefited of the strength exercises. Strength exercise improves your body composition. Kumbaga, at your age, some of you still have a very thin body because hindi pa talaga namumuo yung mga muscles. Because one is, hindi ka nag-exercise using strength exercises, no? At saka, your food also is contributory to that. So when you're engaging into strength exercises, lean muscles are added to your body, then you will have you will improve your body composition. Okay? Mas lalaki yung mga muscles, lean muscles ninyo. Hindi lalaki ang tiyan, no? Ang mga muscles ang lalaki, hindi ang tiyan. Helps you lose fat because big muscles are fat burners. No, fat burner, kusog na sila mo burn ng fat kasi nga they are using energy, no? Builds fast twist muscles. Itong fast in-circle ko yan siya because ito yung the meat of strength exercises. You want to create or you want to generate fast twitch muscles to generate more power, no? And since this is a fat burner, fast twitch muscles is a fat burner, it also raises metabolism. Paspasya mo galing sa ilalim kasi nga fat burner siya. Enhances your nervous system and gene pathway. Have you remember when I explained this part here? These motor cells, motor neurons are actually connected to your brain. So this is also consistent to that. Enhances nervous and gene pathways. The pathway of your brain and your muscles are being enhanced. For example, marunong kayong sumayaw ng dance sports, your brain actually is registering those movements because of the motor neurons. It will become muscle memory. Okay? Muscle memory ang tawag dyan. Is that you don't learn the movement paulit-ulit. Like in basketball, if you know how to dribble already, then it already is registered to your brain. That's what is meant by gene pathway. Okay, that's why athletes need to practice deliberate practice so that merong register ang muscles to the brain. So, that kailangan dapat yan deliberate practice. Next one is increases endurance in athletes and regular folks. Endurance, kasi there are also two types of endurance. We can say endurance exercises. There's also an endurance for muscle. It's called muscle endurance. So, if you are an athlete, depende sa event mo, if you want to grow large muscles because ang event mo needs you to generate power, then you build muscles. Because there are athletes that doesn't need large muscles, no? Like for example, marathon runners, they don't need strong muscles. What they need is yung slow twitch muscles na mataas ang endurance. Hindi kailangan mag-burn ng so much fat kasi nga endurance, kailangan nila i-save yung energy. Decreases blood pressure because once your muscles are strong, especially those muscles surrounding your blood vessels, it actually will help decreases blood pressure, no? Increased blood pressure is actually bad for your circulatory system kasi it gives a lot of um, complications when you have high blood pressures, and of course improve your heart function, basically because your heart is a muscle, no? Then relatively your heart also will get stronger. Strengthens the bones, ligaments, and the tendons. Strength exercises strengthens the bones. The right amount of stress can actually strengthen the bones. Then ligaments and tendons. Ligaments are those cartilage or those tissues that connect bone to bone. Okay? Bone to bone yan siya. Ang tendon is yung bone to muscle. Okay? Yan ang tendon. Then, improve sleep and reduce chronic pain. Now, chronic pain sometimes are brought about by improper posture. Okay? Improper posture. Kaya, in the long run, sumasakit ang likod o there are parts of your body sumasakit kasi nga walang masyadong blood flow na nangyayari. Improves hormone level and reproductive functions. Okay, so hormone level, because you have good, there are natural hormones that is um, that is produced while exercising that will ultimately help you um, physically, mentally, and emotionally better. Prevents diseases, no? Prevents diseases. All right. So let's proceed. Your muscles, you exercise your muscles to help your body maintain a posture that promotes efficient and effective use of movement. So you exercise for this posture, no? Strength exercises can help your posture be well. Proper posture, yung may body alignment talaga. Slouching, sitting down for a long time actually um, damages the posture, the natural posture. So if you're sitting down 2 hours, try to get up and walk for a while, and para hindi masyado maano ang mga muscles. Kasi ang muscles natin, plastic yan siya eh. Magpo-form yan siya according to how you do your posture. So kung magbako-bako ka, over time, mabako jud ka. No? Kasi ang muscle natin ay may plasticity, may characteristic siya na plasticity. Okay, so you also exercise because when your muscles are contracting and relaxing, this will result to relaxation or your muscles get stronger and more efficient. Working out your muscles during exercise brings tension to both the muscles and the bones, no? The right pressure, ito yung i-discover ninyo. Anong right para sa'yo? Because ikaw ang nakaka-intindi or nakaka-intindi ng katawan mo. So this is what you're going to find out. Ano bang right pressure para sa'yo? There's no one size fits all exercises. It has to boil down to individual differences. That is why you are being educated by this subject because wala talaga itong constant formula that it will work for everybody. You are going to discover it yourself. Kung ano ang effective sa'yo. Okay? The microfibrils, yung fiber kanina nakita ninyo, or the muscle fibers count increases causing hypertrophy or muscle enlargement. The constant pulling actions of exercising muscles create tear and wear, and the natural mechanism of the body for the immune system to send enzymes to heal the tearing part. These enzymes will develop into muscle fiber, hence increasing the strength of the muscle. You will see a video later that will explain this one. Okay, muscle regeneration. Okay, let me show you this video.
Responsible for the voluntary movement of the body. They are composed of fascicles containing multiple muscle fibers where each represents a single cell. Individual myofibers are covered by a basement membrane, which is continuous with the endomysium connective tissue layer. Peeling away the basement membrane reveals myofibers and the skeletal muscle stem cells, also known as satellite cells, which play a critical role in muscle fiber repair. Peeling away the sarcolemma membrane of the myofiber reveals the intracellular components, including myonuclei, that originate from the fusion of hundreds of myoblasts. The myosin and actin contractile apparatus gives us the ability to move in a controlled manner. Minor trauma events are common in the human body. Following damage to the muscle fiber, nearby quiescent muscle stem cells are prompted to activate and dislodge from their niche. After cell division, the resulting daughter myoblasts differentiate. Then fuse with the damaged myofiber and restore its integrity. A major trauma to the muscle can be induced by massive injury, including toxins such as a snake bite. Even after extensive damage, small groups of healthy cells can be found. Following necrosis of the muscle tissue, the remaining viable cells, including muscle stem cells, engage in the regeneration process. The satellite cells activate and generate daughter myoblasts that begin the process of rebuilding the destroyed muscle fibers. During this period, residual debris is removed by the macrophages. The new muscle fibers are generated within the collagen matrix of the pre-existing basement membranes, following the differentiation and fusion of hundreds of myoblasts. Notably, during this regeneration process, satellite cells will self-renew and they are then set aside for future repair events. A range of myopathies can trigger a state of chronic regeneration as myofibers continuously are damaged. As a result, stem cells are frequently mobilized to activate and to produce myoblasts that will repair the ongoing damage to the muscle fibers. Muscle stem cells are quiescent during homeostasis. Following a trauma event, the satellite cells activate, then divide to generate daughter myoblasts that differentiate and repair the damaged muscle fiber. A fraction of satellite cells will self-renew to maintain this stem cell pool. Sarcopenia is the progressive loss of skeletal muscle mass and strength during aging. This process is associated with a decline in the number of muscle stem cells. It is thought that during aging, satellite cells continue to activate, but that the self-renewal process is compromised, resulting in a reduction in the total number of satellite cells over time. This decline in stem cell number, as well as quality, contributes to the loss of muscle mass, quality, and strength during aging.
Okay, so that's a video showing you how muscles regenerate, how age affects the regeneration of the muscles. But studies have been showing that um, regular exercise, strength exercises can actually prevent atrophy, yung lumiliit yung muscles, yung pagkatanda ninyo. So, still, exercise will help your body maintain its strength, kahit matanda na. Although, that's the natural course of our body. Pag tumatanda talaga, humihina yung muscles. But exercise, regular exercise with complete component of this endurance, strength, and flexibility can help you, can help us lessen the yun yung dili kayo paspas ang pagbaba sa strength sa muscles. Okay, so this is still an illustration of how your muscles experience hypertrophy. No, hypertrophy ibig sabihin lumalaki, no, the strength. Now, as we said, this is the tendon, the muscle, uh, the the tissue that connects the bone and the muscles are called tendons. And from each of this bundle of muscles lies the fiber, no, the fiber. Okay, and the nerves. there's where the nerves, yan, yung mga nerves yun siya, that is connected to your brain. So every time you move, your brain is actually also is working. The more, the more, the more work the brain has, the better it functions. Okay, so this video again is how your muscles are growing. This is a very comprehensive explanation of how you can grow your muscles at this point of your life.
Managing your projects should feel more like this. That's why you need ClickUp. With ClickUp, when you want to assign a task, muscles. We have over 600 of them. They make up between 1/3 and 1/2 of our body weight. And along with connective tissue, they bind us together, hold us up, and help us move. And whether or not bodybuilding is your hobby, muscles need your constant attention because the way you treat them on a daily basis determines whether they will wither or grow. Say you're standing in front of a door, ready to pull it open. Your brain and muscles are perfectly poised to help you achieve this goal. First, your brain sends a signal to motor neurons inside your arm. When they receive this message, they fire, causing muscles to contract and relax, which pull on the bones in your arm and generate the needed movement. The bigger the challenge becomes, the bigger the brain's signal grows, and the more motor units it rallies to help you achieve your task. But what if the door is made of solid iron? At this point, your arm muscles alone won't be able to generate enough tension to pull it open. So your brain appeals to other muscles for help. You plant your feet, tighten your belly, and tense your back, generating enough force to yank it open. Your nervous system has just leveraged the resources you already have, other muscles, to meet the demand. While all this is happening, your muscle fibers undergo another kind of cellular change. As you expose them to stress, they experience microscopic damage, which in this context is a good thing. In response, the injured cells release inflammatory molecules called cytokines that activate the immune system to repair the injury. This is when the muscle building magic happens. The greater the damage to the muscle tissue, the more your body will need to repair itself. The resulting cycle of damage and repair eventually makes muscles bigger and stronger as they adapt to progressively greater demands. Since our bodies have already adapted to most everyday activities, those generally don't produce enough stress to stimulate new muscle growth. So, to build new muscle, a process called hypertrophy, our cells need to be exposed to higher workloads than they are used to. In fact, if you don't continuously expose your muscles to some resistance, they will shrink, a process known as muscular atrophy. In contrast, exposing the muscle to a high degree of tension, especially while the muscle is lengthening, also called an eccentric contraction, generates effective conditions for new growth. However, muscles rely on more than just activity to grow. Without proper nutrition, hormones, and rest, your body would never be able to repair damaged muscle fibers. Protein in our diet preserves muscle mass by providing the building blocks for new tissue in the form of amino acids. Adequate protein intake, along with naturally occurring hormones like insulin-like growth factor and testosterone, help shift the body into a state where tissue is repaired and grown. This vital repair process mainly occurs when we're resting, especially at night while sleeping. Gender and age affect this repair mechanism, which is why young men with more testosterone have a leg up in the muscle building game. Genetic factors also play a role in one's ability to grow muscle. Some people have more robust immune reactions to muscle damage and are better able to repair and replace damaged muscle fibers, increasing their muscle building potential. The body responds to the demands you place on it. If you tear your muscles up, eat right, rest, and repeat, you'll create the conditions to make your muscles as big and strong as possible. It is with muscles as it is with life. Meaningful growth requires challenge and stress.
See, that's also very informative for you. No, one thing that I would like to emphasize there is you tear, you eat, and you rest. So tatlo yan siya. You tear your muscles with the right amount of pressure or tension, then you eat and rest. The amount of eating also would be regulated by by the kinds um, of nutrients you're taking in, mostly in protein, no? Kasi yun siya ang mga building blocks ng ating katawan, ng mga muscle natin. Okay, so that's how muscles grow. Now, for your physical activity number 5, this is what I would like you to do. This is just uh, a sample. Sorry for that. Ito ko na-open. Okay. Um, here is the suggested physical activity number 5. No, I'd like you to do this one. If your fitness level has elevated due to your weekly PA, this routine can be easy for you. So, as I told you before, your body will adapt. So, if you are really seriously doing the physical activity that I said to you, this can be easy for you. Okay? So these are just suggestions, no? These are just suggestions. If you had a hard time doing this, you listen also to your body. Okay? So, ano yan siya? Kailangan mo din siya pag-isipan, no? Kung kaya mo talaga siya. Because this will create a tear and wear of your muscles. And as the videos shown you, the wear and tear actually promotes hypertrophy. No? Lalaki ang mga muscles. You just have to do it correctly as how you were instructed. Some videos of this are posted in our classwork. You just have to see it, and you can use those. And of course, the cool down. This can be your warm up exercise, the walking and the jogging. So this depends on your fitness level. Kung kaya nyo na ng 20 minutes ng jogging, go. That will serve as your warm-up exercise. No? And then the stretching. No? Please do not forget the stretching, the dynamic stretches here. I will include here pala dynamic stretches. Okay, I will add here dynamic stretches. Please do not forget that, because when you are stretching, you're using uh, dynamic stretches. You can actually prepare your body. Okay, since you will be doing these push-ups, then you do stretches for your arms, and then legs also. These are some examples of dynamic stretches that you can do. Baliktad ko siya. Anyway, when you this well while these are dynamic stretches, these are also can be your leg muscle strength exercises. Okay, the forward lunge also, because this is contracting large parts of your muscles in your legs as well as this one. Okay, and these are this part here are abdominal muscles. These are abdominal muscles strength exercises. You can do this to strengthen your abdominal muscles, because your abdominal muscles are very important to keep yourself upright, not to promote proper posture. And of course, you do your cool down. Okay, do not ever forget your cool down. So, your activity for this week, your physical activity for this week would comprise the 4 components. First, you have to have the warm up exercises. Okay, warm up exercises, and then include the dynamic stretches. No, so within the warm up, nandun ang dynamic stretches, and then you have to have endurance exercises, and then the strength, and of course the cool down. So the four components of the exercise should be in your activity number 5. Okay, so yun guys. Um, Stay safe, no? I hope what you've learned here will really have an effect on yourself. No, you will have to use this knowledge to keep yourself healthy. Now, stay healthy because that's the only natural way against the coronavirus. Healthy immune system is actually one of the panangga natin sa coronavirus. So, by exercising regularly, you're helping your body to um, to build strong immune system. Just few reminders again, stay hydrated. After exercising, you take a rest, no? Lalo na pag umabot ng 1 hour ang exercise niyo, you need to rest because you have to allow your body to repair, no? After exercising also, your immune system goes down. So, you have to rest after and hydrate, of course. Okay, so guys, yun siya ang lesson natin for today. Please take note of this because these two lessons, the endurance exercises and strength exercises, will be the content of our prelim exam, which will happen next week. No, when we meet next week, I will publish the prelim exam and of course the requirement, midterm rather, for the midterm exam, and of course your midterm exam with performance tests. So you study these lessons, take note of the important context here so that during the objective exam, you will have, you will show to me that you understand something. Yun naman talaga ang objective natin, no? I gave you something and you also give me something that will prove that you understand what we have been doing or what we have been talking here in our class. So guys, take care, hydrate, rest, and continue exercising, um, working out. If you can invite your friends or your family members to do the exercise with you can do it. By the way, the exercises are free of equipment. So wala munang equipments this time, okay? Ah, free hand lang muna. Wala muna mga dumbbells and all. Kasi I want you to experience the progression. Now, so kung sa tingin nyo naman is eksesado kayo masyado, then again, you listen to yourself. If you want to use um, equipment, see to it that it is in a progression. Ha? Hindi siya pinakalit. Progression siya. Para instead na muscle growth ang maano niyo, muscle, ano na noon, muscle damage na noon ang makeup. And it's painful. Okay? So, free lang muna, free exercises. I will be posting some sample videos in our classwork for you to see and for you to follow, for you to work on it safely. Okay? So, bye for now. I'll see you on Friday. Hopefully, take care always. And I miss our interactions. Honestly, I miss looking at your face. I miss looking at your noise or hearing your noise whenever we have classes. And I miss your interaction. But I cannot just help but do this for you because I am also is bound to fulfill my duty in my main job. Although I'd like to conduct a live class with you because it's more exciting for me. I am talking not to my computer but I'm talking to people, but I cannot do otherwise. So eto lang muna tayo. Then if you have some concerns, just PM me. Uh, I will always respond to you. Kasi even if hindi ako maka-live sa inyo uh, sa time natin, I can still be reached by my PM or doon sa comment section ng classwork natin. Okay? So, God bless everyone. Stay safe and I'll see you when I see you again. Okay?